Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be going in depth into how to invest in the jewel in the crown, the Maldives. So I'm joined today by Theya, who works with one of the best developers in the Maldives. Over the next couple of moments we're going to be talking about how to save money, make a safe investment and get a great rental return, and that all important capital appreciation. Also talking about who is going to use this property, how you're going to get that rental return. So Theya, thank you for joining us. So the Maldives, why the Maldives?
Well, the Maldives is actually one of the most a beautiful destination in the world. I believe it's in everyone's bucket list to go there. However, Chris, today the Maldives is coming to the new era, the era of the investments and the second home.
Second home. So yeah, I think a lot of people, they kind of look at more traditional markets, Spain, Portugal, Bali, Thailand, but really, I mean, the one that puts it on the map is the Maldives. So what would that process look like? What is the buying process? Is it easy to own in the Maldives? Is it hard?
No, it's not hard at all, because the Maldives is still very new destination. It's nothing complicated. Just basically, if you have a passport, then you actually can pretty much own the property in the Maldives. So it's pretty easy actually.
Okay. And then with that process, I mean, if a client reached out to you, what would that process look like? You know, the buying process, what would be their next steps?
So the next step, I would encourage our prospect to come to visit our project in the Maldives. And of course, we do have this a special package that we curated, for the prospect, to come and inspect the project, experience the resort firsthand, to know the vibe, to see the show unit that we already have it of 2 and 3 bedroom on the resort, which is beautiful. You can get to sense the location of your unit is going to be, the view and everything. So yeah, and then after that you get to decide, right, if you want to own this or not. And yeah, and then we just move ahead, move forward with that.
Perfect. So one thing, I mean, I've been involved in real estate in 22, 23 different countries for over 20 years. I own a property company myself. I've personally owned over 150 properties in some of them chosen countries. And I always say the biggest advice I can give, the most important advice, is boots on the ground. So if you're there, you can see it, touch it, feel it, ask them questions, speak to the locals. And also, something that's very important is getting into the mindset of who your customer's going to be. I mean, for me with the Maldives, I worked in the tourist industry for a long time. It was always that dream destination. And generally, people save up a long time for a beautiful holiday, especially since COVID and people want freedom. So they'll pay a little bit more or a lot more to go to the Maldives and have that dream location. So with this, when you're talking about rentals, how does that work? Do the clients have to find a management company? Do they have to set it all up themselves?
No, it's actually our concept is really easy, because we are fully furnished, we fully manage and fully maintain. So basically, when the project is finished, we will launch it as the resort, right? So we basically find the guests from you. The coral residences will be under booking.com, we under our resort website. So basically, we attract the client to come to stay at your unit for you. So it is really easy for the owners. You basically can hands off from the property management, because we're going to do everything for you.
Perfect. And can they use it themselves?
Oh, of course. I mean, if you own the property in the Maldives, you'll get to stay there, right? So basically, you'll get to stay there for 1 month a year, and that including 1 week during peak season, which is the New Year and Christmas. And this 1 month you can actually split throughout the year, right? I mean, you can come 1 week in January, 1 week in April, June, and then December. So yeah, I mean, and you can have your friends come to stay, you can have your relatives, things like that. So it's really, really flexible, yes.
Oh, so if they couldn't use it themselves, they could give it to their friends or family?
Of course, absolutely. It's your apartment.
That's a great gift to have. If someone gave me a gift of a week's holiday in the Maldives, I'd be very happy. So it's kind of getting the feeling that it's more like a hands-off investment.
Exactly.
Or an armchair investment. So somebody living in the UK, America, Australia, they could take ownership. And it's great to have an investment outside of your home country. But all important question, what is the return?
Well, the return, we are super bold about that. We are super daring. So we promise you, we providing you guarantee 6% return on investment as a minimum for the first 5 years.
Okay, so when you say a minimum, how does that work?
So as a minimum at a 6%, but if the project run as how it performed, and the return on investment in that year becomes 8%, then as the owner of the apartment, you'll also get the 8%. So it's not limited as a 6%. So it's actual, but however, for the first 5 years, you exactly know how much money you will make each year because we guarantee 6% minimum.
Perfect, so if I'm understanding this right, minimum 6%, but if the resort performs the way you feel it's going to perform, then it could be increased. So it's an uncapped earnings.
Yes, you got it right, correctly. Yeah, so I got a lot of questions of how can we guarantee this. It's like only based on like how the project's performance, things like that. So basically, from year 1 to year 5, if any year between this and your like return cash less than 6% before tax, then we will top it up until it's 6%.
And that's written into a contract?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful.
So that is how we guarantee, like when we say we promise you 6%, you will get 6% before tax.
Perfect. So with this, I would get into the mindset of, you know, like my bank account in the UK only pays 4%, and then you have to pay tax on that. And there's no appreciation, and then with inflation, that's ripping in and tearing into your investment. So think of it this way, you can buy a property in the Maldives in a safe location, in a project that's under construction.
Exactly.
And you've got the show unit.
Yeah, we got a show units, and for 2 and 3 bedroom apartment, that is what we're offering.
Yeah.
And basically, whatever you see in your show unit is what exactly you're gonna get because we are fully furnished, right? And even right now, our project is under construction, but we are expected to be done by March next year and ready to be handed over to you by June next year.
What's the delay between March and June?
So we just need to trial all the system, right? Like the furniture, everything, like decoration, you know, the dishwashing, everything. We need to make sure that it works perfectly before we transfer to our owners.
It makes it sound like you're going to stay in every single property and test it.
No, we're just going to run the trial, right? But I mean, if I could, I would.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly.
And then for rental yields, for returns, I always look for properties with facilities. So could you tell us a little bit more about the facilities?
Yeah, so the facilities at the Coral Residences, so we are going to have the swimming pool, right? And we're going to have this like a three stories like facilities. We're going to have the supermarket, we're going to have gym, we're going to have co-working space, we have 4 dining outlets, bars, and cafe. And apart from that, because it's located on the same island with our resort, which is up and run already. So basically, the apartment owner, the guests who stay at our project can access the full facilities of our resort also, and that include more than 10 dining outlets. We have the fast track, which is the go-karting track.
Go-karting?
Exactly, we do have a go-karting track.
That's a great thing to entertain the kids.
I know.
And big kids.
Of course, and kids and big kids, and it's not like the track, like, you know, on the sand and things like, no. It is a serious, like F1 standard go-karting track that we call the fast track on the island. And it's really, really nice, like activity you can do in the Maldives, right? Because we're the only resort in the Maldives that provide this kind of experiences. And apart from this go-karting track, we also have the the area that we call the play space. That is actually the playground. That we have the theater area, we have the arcade, we have the VR experiences. If you play the bowlings, we do have bowling alleys.
Yeah.
So basically it's a place like parents and kids can mingle together, getting fun, bonding together. So yeah, I mean, not so many resorts in the Maldives have this, like the bowling alleys for once. None of the resorts have it. So that is what are really special of the advantage, to access all of this facility in the Maldives by being the apartment owners.
Brilliant. So one thing that always worried me about taking my 2 children to the Maldives was, would there be enough to do? But if there's bowling, go-karts, the sea, so you're getting a bit of everything. You're getting entertainment and the health side of this. So if you're in the sun, swimming in the sea, you feel healthier, you've got that benefit. So yeah, this is a fantastic design, a great opportunity. Yeah. And then with the buying process, I mean, how could somebody take that next step and then start their journey today?
So if you're interested today, it's a really exclusive deal that we're doing. We've never done this in history. So if you're interested to buy today, you just put 2% of expression of interest, okay? And these 2% are coming with the complimentary inspection trip for 3 nights for 2 persons. So this trip is include like accommodation of a best villa, include F&B, include the activities like you can go do the go-karting, you can do the bowling alleys, karaoke, and also including seaplane transfer.
Seaplane transfer? So
yes.
You're going to take me to the Maldives, I can do all of that, and you're going to fly me in on seaplane. Exactly.
That's the best deal, right? And then the best thing is, at the end of the day, if you come to me and tell like, Theya, this is not for me, then we're more than happy to refund 2% to you.
Perfect. So it's risk-free. Get to find out about the Maldives, get boots on the ground, get to see it, touch it, feel it, get that feel, swim in the sea.
Of course, we can go do snorkeling. Like if you do diving, be my guest.
Diving?
Diving.
This just sounds like heaven. And then if I get there and it's not for me, we'll get the 2% back.
Of course, you get a 2% back.
Okay, and then if it is for me, and it sounds like it's for me and it's going to be for many people, what special offers have you got for us?
So today is really special again, Chris. Like we never done this. It cost my career to come up with this deal. Is we're gonna snag you $400,000 discount.
400,000 discount.
It's crazy, right?
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant, crazy, and it's valid only today.
Today.
Only today. Until midnight today. After midnight, the deal off the table.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you can save a massive $400,000. Book your trip, go to the Maldives, experience everything. Important to learn about the buying process. Check that this is for you, get boots on the ground, make sure that you feel that the rental yield is going to match and beat your current investment. So to me, this is a fantastic deal. So thank you for joining us. So if you click the link below, and then one of our team from International Property Alerts will reach out to you, put you in touch with Theya, and we'll start this beautiful journey today. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Lovely
to be here. Thank you.